Surveen and Jay, welcome to our show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, I really want to know what made you all pick a film like Hate Story 2. It's not the very typical Bollywood debut that one would expect.
Which is why.
Yeah.
Honestly, there have been a few films before this also that have been offered.
Correct.
But it wasn't like a conscious decision. But at that point when I signed Hate Story 2, it was the best that I could get at that point in time. And I feel it's been a wise call. On one platform, to be able to showcase a wide array of things as an actor, that was one. And of course, Hate Story was and has been a successful franchise.
Yeah. Jay, what about you?
It wasn't decided that, I'm going to be doing Hate Story too. The thing was that, I was looking for something, which will break my image from a cute house,
Like a household boy.
Yeah, household boy, turning into something else. So there's something which I can offer to the audience too.
But talking about that, TV actors, both of you are very big where you come from, but there's always a preset image. Is it tougher for you to break away from that and do such roles?
Not today.
Yeah.
I think which is why we're in a time where the art of acting is really coming above anything and everything else.
It's like good time in cinema, the kind of movies that are
very good time in cinema with the kind of films that are being made. We have Amit Ji coming on TV and doing a show. We have Anil Kapoor coming on TV and doing a 20. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that is changing, which is a great positive for television and films both in the country.
Exactly.
So,
but considering you all have such huge fan followings, didn't you ever fear that it'll offend your fan following or your audience?
It has offended mine.
Oh, it has?
In Punjab.
Oh, really? What has the reaction been like?
Absolutely. I don't want to open my Facebook, my page and see the comments. Yes, absolutely. And I think it's not just Punjab, but also culturally, I think Punjab, or you talk of regions down south, regional cinema there, also the kind of connect that stars have with their audiences, they're extremely emotional about it. So it's not their fault. They love you so much, and which is why
they just want to keep being that for them for all their life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Somewhere in our heads, we are very aggressive in the way we think, because every film like this is, the censors are very hard on such films, on scenes, on what you can say, what you can do. We don't show flowers anymore. Yet when a couple kisses on screen, that is still front
becomes
page
the highlight.
Why?
Becomes the highlight. Which is, no, this is a question in my head also, because pardon me for using harsh words as hypocrisy, but somewhere the mentality of not the class audience, but the mass audience.
Agree with
you come out of the theatre watching a Hollywood film and say, you don't talk about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes front page news.
You don't talk about the scene. You talk about how great the film was, how good the performances was. I think that's how it should be.
But then both of you have to drop your inhibitions to do a film like this, because there are intimate scenes, right?
I'm not inhibited.
You're not in any ways inhibited.
No, I'm not inhibited, really. And I feel good about that. Because there's nothing. Adil Hussain had very... I would quote him. He had said a very lovely thing to me when I was shooting with him for one of my films. He had said that there is nothing known as a good actor or a bad actor. There is only a true actor, or then you aren't.
Awesome. Yeah, very nice.
So,
very nice.
So that has really stuck to me. And this was post-Hate Story. This was just very recently. But I realized that I probably was thinking on the same lines, but I couldn't really spell it out as to what I'm thinking. But I was thinking was exactly this, that to really break away from the judgments that we have about ourselves, and then manifest that into people not having those judgments about us, because what we're doing is only purely a job.
But also there's a perception about Hate Story too, because the first one was very erotic.
I think for me, the fear was there.
Because the perception of the first. Second,
But as I progressed and proceeded into the making of the film, and we were through 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, 100% of the film, I think I got more and more convinced with every passing day that this film is high on content.
Frankly speaking, there's no relation or any kind of continuation of Hate Story 1, and we were quite sure that that what we are going to be making, the kind of the screenplay which we had, we knew that what are we getting into.
Apparently there was one scene which was so hard-hitting and real and intense that apparently you had a nervous breakdown. Is that true?
This is the scene between me and Sushant where there is abusive sexual chemistry between the both of us. To play another character that you aren't or you can never be probably, and I feel fortunate about it.
Absolutely,
not to be able to be that woman, that you know, one of those women who get victimized by what we're trying to portray here. You ultimately, you are the one to play that and experience the journey, and then that journey actually is the experience of that woman or the fictitious woman that you're trying to play. So it stirs some emotion within you that, oh my God, you know, what are these women going through?
With these strange stories of the two of you not getting along. How true, is that? Yeah.
Isn't the chemistry talking? Come on, like really? No.
Nothing at all.
Not at all. We used to explicitly, elaborately discuss our scenes. Ki abhi na aise karte hain, abhi na waise karte hain, abhi
itna karte hain. Intense, I guess you have to have the chemistry, right?
Obviously, you need to know that kind of like, equation. You need to, build that equation to have a amazing scene, because, the scenes which we did, some of the scenes were like, really hard hitting, and if that chemistry is not there between the two actors, somewhere the script is going to suffer.
Even more interesting story about, you being very insecure about Sunny Leone's item number. Tell me about that. I'm sure you've read that yourself. And you flew down from across the world to see that you are hotter than her.
You know what, to be very honest, Sunny's, you don't...
please, can we have a close-up? I just want to know everyone to know what
kind of... Sunny defines hotness. Sunny is sizzling hot. Hats off to that girl. She carries off numbers and converts them into, translates them into chart busters.
Yeah, carry on.
That's his natural reaction. Let him be.
I mean, solely on her shoulders, and I am extremely happy. I was extremely happy. You can actually, Vishal should have been here on the show, because he would know my reaction. That there was a point where we didn't know whether Sunny was doing the song or no. And I used to check with him, Vishal, is Sunny doing the song, Vishal? And this is true. You should go and call up Vishal and check.
So you genuinely meant that?
Yeah,
I genuinely wanted, because A, she's hot. Yeah. B, she brings in so much more to the song.
It just promotes the film more,
Absolutely. And it's my film. Why on planet Earth would I have a problem with her doing a song in my film?
Who's hotter, Sunny in Pink Lips or she in her song?
He will be diplomatic.
Come on, he cannot.
Yeah, I am going to be diplomatic. I can't do that.
I know him.
I can't do that, I've worked with her, and plus, I've loved the song too, so,
That's a diplomatic answer.
No, but the video was like, it reached some 1 lakh hits in like 3 days or something like that. Or like, something like that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't? So what is the real figure?
Much more than that.
And what about yours? What about yours? See, she's tracking. She's keeping track of this.
Pura hisab rakh rahi hai. Every check in YouTube.
Guys,
like,
hear me out. I thought you were talking about our song. I didn't know you were talking about
Sunny's song.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I saw the song 4 days after it released.
Come on.
Really? I thought we were talking about Aaj Phir. So
I thought that was the first answer was the right answer, what you said.
I think we've got the right answers.
Yeah.
So very nicely, you said the sexuality is not about skin show. Tell me about that.
So I will begin with that. I've actually become far more comfortable with myself on the journey of Hate Story 2. There was a time when somebody would call me hot, I would get embarrassed.
Really?
Yes, I would really get embarrassed. Today, I do not get embarrassed. I think I take a lot of pride in being who I am, and if people have to call me sexy, then yes, I am. Thanks. Really.
Jay, would you get embarrassed if anyone called you sexy?
No, suddenly, like, on TV, usually, like, I get these compliments of, like, cute boy, homely man, something.
I think you're very used to the cute boy compliment, right?
Yeah. I was quite, bored with it, because, it's been 7-8 years, getting the same kind of compliments with everyone, including girls also, it was getting quite boring. And this one song, Aaj Phir Tum Pe Pyar Aaye, made a difference.
Totally changed life.
And yes, getting a lot of, different kind of compliments, and, girls are like, coming and like, they're calling me hot and sexy. So I feel nice that, suddenly I've changed my image from a cute boy, because I actually believe that, I will never, I can't look, hot or sexy.
Really?
Somewhere, because my cuteness, like everywhere, even if
overpowers.
I mean, I was like, I even used to try, like, wearing, some different kind of clothes to, get a different kind of compliment somehow.
Who's the sexiest man according to you?
Ranbir Kapoor.
Oh, really?
With or without clothes? Get a lot of flack.
With or without clothes?
I think, he's sexy in a kurta pajama. He's sexy. Even if he puts a mask on his face, he's sexy.
Wow, you like him that much?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to get killed for it, but I'm being absolutely brutally honest.
I think might.
No, really, because I think he's He's effortlessly him.
Jay, what about you? The sexiest woman in the industry?
I feel it's Kareena.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank God you didn't say Katrina.
I know. This would be
God,
really
you
interesting.
actually said it on camera?
Yeah, I said it on camera. I mean, what's there not to say?
Yeah. In fact, talking about, what you were just saying, Surveen, in Bollywood, in our cinema, women are often objectified. I mean, more often than not. I mean, when you think of an actress, a top actress to whichever kind of actress you're talking about, there's always certain thing you expect out of an actress. Skin show or whatever. An actress has to be glamorous in an industry. What do you say about that?
I think even to be able to do that, if they wouldn't do it, if the beauties of B-Town are not going to be doing it, I don't think the men can take that place either, right?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of credit should go to them to bring in so much glamour that they can. So I would not want to term it as, women are being objectified as pieces of furniture and glamour, because I think that pulls in a lot of audiences.
What is the toughest part about shooting this film for you?
I think the role on the whole only was extremely difficult. I've had injuries, Vishal has had injuries, Sushant has had injuries, Jay was the lucky one.
Yeah, only.
But my second day of shoot on the film, there was a monologue between me and Jay, and I had to go blah, 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 blah. There was an emotional outburst that I had. The director said, cut. And I just froze because I had shooting pain down my neck, into my spine, going into my arm. Yeah. I froze. I just became a robot, and I was then rushed to the hospital, and then I had a slip disc. So strain was
bad.
Yeah. When I saw the shot, my whole neck, the nerves in my neck were all feeling strained while in the shot. So we've had a roller coaster ride otherwise, but physically and mentally, it has been a very, very taxing and very heavy film.
I really hope all the effort pays off.
No, absolutely.
It was great talking to the two of you. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you, Madhurita.